CCX Sports presents coverage of high school girls basketball. Tonight, the first game of the season for the Maple Grove Crimson and the Wayzata Trojans, two of the best girls Class 4A programs in the state. From Wayzata High School, John Jacobson along with Patty Sorensen. And Patty, we've done this matchup many times in the past. Seems like they have met years and years in non-conference play. Always a good battle and a good test for each team coming right out of the gate.
Definitely. You know, it seems like they like to see each other right away to start the season off. And what an excellent way to test yourself. See where your chemistry is, see where you're clicking, see what we need to adjust. Should be really exciting to watch them get going again.
Each team with a little bit different look in that they lost some key players from last season. At the same time, you'll see players out on the floor tonight who saw varsity action last year and are returning starters. So kind of a mix of, you got some new players in and also some players you can lean on that have been here before at the varsity level.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to have a few players they can count on with that experience, but also hopefully those players are also going to bring the leadership with them to bring the team together, bring the chemistry together, and get them all clicking on all cylinders.
Each of these teams with better than 20 wins last year, Wayzata 23 and Maple Grove 24, each of them losing in a section final, and so hoping to make that next push here in 23-24, and we get it started here tonight.
Definitely. You know, it's like it's new season, like you said, new people, and to make the push and to improve and climb on improve on last year's success is what they're both trying to do.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Maple Grove, one of the top juniors in the state of Minnesota, Jordan Odie, who's committed to Michigan State, and already has had a terrific varsity career, and she's still got 2 years left of varsity ball.
Oh man, she's had an amazing career so far, like you said, and you know, last year she set the single season scoring record for Maple Grove. She can play multiple positions, she can attack, she can shoot from the outside. She's just all around, and they can look to her to do many things.
And for Wayzata, returning starter as well, Sophie Hawkinson, also a junior, really good player and one of their top scorers from a year ago, averaged 12 points a game.
Yeah, she's another leader for them, and they're going to look at her to do some of the two, but then take on a little bit of a new role as her point guard too, and adjust in that. But then again, she's very strong, she's physical, she can attack. We have two very, very talented leaders out there on the floor.
Can't wait to get another season started. We'll tip it off here in just a few minutes. Maple Grove Wayzata High School girls basketball next on CCX. From Wayzata High School, first game of the year for the Wayzata Trojans and the Maple Grove Crimson, as we get our coverage of high school girls basketball kicked off for the 2023-24 school year. With Patty Sorensen, I'm John Jacobson, and starters being introduced on the court. Let's look at them here on CCX for Maple Grove. They'll start two seniors, two juniors, and a sophomore. Kate Holmquist, the guard, the wings, Claire Stern, Ava Cassette, Jordan Odie, and Bella Hanna. And for Wayzata, 4 juniors and a sophomore in their starting 5. Kate Amelot and Sophie Hawkinson, along with Sarah Hyde, the guards, Riley Kurth and Katie Kelsenberg, off the state championship volleyball team, are the forwards. And Hyde and Amelot both played soccer, so a lot of 4 of their 5 starters with experience in state tournaments this fall and now into basketball mode.
Definitely, you know, that experience that they're bringing in, they have that taste, that hunger, and they can hopefully transfer that over to their teammates.
Mark Cook, 15th year as head coach at Maple Grove, 24-5 a season ago, and really has done a nice job with this program and just trying to push past Roseville in Section 5 the last couple of years. And for Wayzata, a very experienced coach, only her 3rd year here at Wayzata, Julie Stewart, head coach of the Trojans, 23-5 one season ago. And we are ready for basketball. Odie winning the tip, first possession for the Crimson. One thing we didn't talk about, you can see right immediately on our scoreboard, Patty, the shot clock this year. 35-second shot clock in all Minnesota high school basketball games.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see how they manage the shot clock, who needs it, who uses it, and how they do.
Immediate steal by Kate Amelot, and she gets the first basket of the night. Odie turns, posts up on the block and scores. She is tough to defend if she gets that shot open.
That's what's so exciting about watching her. She can do so many different things out there.
Kelsenberg handing off. Now into the hands of Amelot. Left side, Kurth one dribble and then back out top. Hawkinson takes it to the basket, blocked out of bounds by Odie. Hawkinson not afraid to attack the rim there. Possession for Wayzata. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and that's the thing that you have to pay attention to when you're coming within a possession, coming out and out of bound play. Okay, how soon do we have to get it up?
And that's definitely where we're probably going to see some of the most adjustments that teams have had to make.
Nice turn by Kurth, missed the shot, scrambling for the ball, and we'll get a jump ball. Alternate possession will keep with Wayzata. So now a full reset, 17 on the shot clock now for Wayzata. Inbound to Amelot. He'll take it to the basket, trying to score against Cassette, couldn't do it. And the rebound, and Ava Cassette missed all of last season with an injury. Back now as in her senior year. Stern, good defense on her, out of bounds, and turnover. It's off of Odie. Wayzata basketball.
You know, I think we're going to see tempo. I know Maple Grove, they want to push with the tempo and get it going, and it'll be interesting to see how the two teams countermatch those.
Hawkinson picks up her dribble. Hyde back out high. There's Kelsenberg with it. Nice move inside, spins and scores.
And that was one of the things Coach Cook talked about is, you know, working and how defending the size that Wayzata has.
Three-point shot. That one's too long for Bella Hanna. Whistle and a foul, Wayzata basketball. Or out of bounds, rather. It's another possession for the Trojans, who lead at 4-2. About 2 minutes in here into the first half.
Hawkinson running the point, a little newer position for her this year, getting some more, making her more dimensional also.
Amelot and a foul from behind. Whistled against Bella Hanna, one of three Hanna sisters on Maple Grove. So second team foul, first one on that last possession at the other end on Cassette. Ball into the paint, then they kick it out. Good ball movement there. Three ball missed on the shot from Kurth, and out of bounds off the Trojans.
You know, as always, first game, getting into your flow, getting into your rotations, just takes a little bit, it seems.
Holmquist to Odie, and pass denied by Kelsenberg. Driving the basket, around the rim and out on the shot from Hawkinson. Comes back out, three ball, drops. That's Sarah Hyde with the three. And it's 7-2, Wayzata. Odie, cross to Holmquist, and back to Odie. Corner open three look, and driving was Cassette, lost it on the floor, picked up by Amelot. And Wayzata has possession in the front court. Amelot starting to attack, spin, tough shot, and gets it to go, and a timeout early for Maple Grove.
And they're taking that advantage. Those posts, they're getting the ball inside to the bigs, and they've been able to make some excellent moves and finish at the rim.
Look at the last couple baskets for the Trojans. The finish, the miss in the paint, but then a good offensive rebound and a kick out for the three for Hyde. As that one drops, And then this time, Amelot, good shot. Cassette was pretty good defense. Sometimes the offensive player makes a little better play, right?
Exactly, and give a little bit of the height advantage to the other team, and if she uses it right as she's going up, protects the ball. But I've seen some really mismatches where some smaller people have had to guard those bigs and have done an amazing job. They're just tough and they get in there working. I remember years ago we were playing a team and my guard got switched on. She had to guard one of the posts. She came out and she did a great job on the switch. She goes, "Coach, I only come to her armpit." And I go, "Well, yeah, but you played her tough."
So a 7-point lead early here for Wayzata. Odie looking inside, goes across with the pass to Cassette, back to Odie. Cassette, she'll put it on the floor. Goes up with a shot, gets blocked, kicks it to the corner. 3 try for Stern. Headed to North Dakota State next year, gets her first points of the night. 9-5. Basketball in the hands of Hyde and then turned over. Stern ahead for Bella Hanna, trying to get it back for Stern. Broken up, ball on the floor of jump ball. It'll be Maple Grove's possession this time.
That's one thing we've seen. They're all being aggressive. They're all getting down to the floor, and they're not just going to let the ball go. They're all working really hard on that.
Substitution for Wayzata, Allie Burns, a 6-foot junior in, replacing Riley Kurth. Off the inbound, Odie unable to convert at the end. Sam Johnson, number 10, a senior guard, also in for the Trojans at that last whistle. Hawkinson's pass off hands. Stern has it for Maple Grove off the turnover. Odie, corner 3 is good. Basket for Ava Cassette.
That's another good thing that Jordan Odie does too. She's always looking for the other person too that's open, and found her player on the baseline. Nice finish.
So back-to-back threes for the Crimson. They're within 1. Kelsenberg attacks and scores. Couple of baskets already for the junior, who didn't play the last couple of years, concentrated on volleyball, decided to come back out for basketball her junior season. Looked pretty good in her first 5 minutes
Not
here.
Not bad, a nice comeback, right?
And forces a turnover here, trying to get the tie-up on Stern, forces her into a traveling. Look at the last baskets on each side, 3 ball for Maple Grove by Cassette, and then Kelsenberg just attacking and scoring. Hawkinson will bring it up. Johnson to Kelsenberg, who pops out. Hands off, and getting away from pressure there was Hawkinson, goes to the rim, couldn't finish. Here's Odie for Maple Grove. Odie, ball pass was deflected, turnover. Wayzata quickly to the transition, 3 up on that end, not good, and it'll go out of bounds. Off the shot from Hawkinson.
Got a good fast pace going. Both teams are pushing the ball up right now on both ends.
Annika Kieser, freshman, in for Wayzata, number 24. Along with Hyde, and for Maple Grove, Addie Hanna, the junior guard, number 1, now in and handling the basketball. Holmquist picks up her dribble, back out to Odie. 11-8 Wayzata, 5.5 minutes into the first half. Odie shot short, rebounded by Kelsenberg. Here comes Hyde. Off on the pass to Kieser. Here's Johnson, puts it on the floor, attacks, missed on the shot, rebounded by Holmquist. They'll look to push the pace when they can this year. Good defense, Kelsenberg cutting off the offensive player. Shot from the outside by Holmquist, not good. Back comes Wayzata to the basket, attacking, not good. Follow-up, also not good, but fouled is Burns, and she'll go to the line for our first free throws of the season.
And we're seeing both teams outletting and pushing the ball up fast on both sides. They both seem to want to run.
Fouls on Odie, her first. And Burns hits on her first shot. Kurth back in, replacing Kelsenberg for Wayzata. Second one short and rebounded by Maple Grove by Bella Hanna. Off to Holmquist. All three Hanna sisters out on the court right now. Addie, Lexi, and Bella. Three-pointer is good. That's Addie Hanna making it 12-11. The third three already for Maple Grove.
That's what Coach Cook said about her. She's just a tough little player, and being a left-hander, that makes people have to think is, you got to make an adjustment. Know that she's left-handed, know what her strengths are.
Stern back in for Maple Grove. She'll replace Bella Hanna. Holmquist to Odie, trying to get Maple Grove into the lead for the first time. Off the back iron, not good. And a rebound pulled out by Hyde. Nice pass across. Johnson on the three, not good. Loose ball. Addie Hanna ahead to Odie. She's free and lays it in. 13-12, Crimson after trailing 9-2. Oh, a steal here by Stern. Stepped in front of the pass and will go to the line for two as she's fouled by Kurth.
She's been very active on both ends of the floor, but in the paint and the physical part, rebounding. I believe Claire's going to NDSU, I believe, is where I've heard that she's headed.
Maren Day, a freshman, number 3, into the game for Wayzata. Second one by Stern is also good. So the senior knocks both of them down. And a 3-point lead for Maple Grove. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half. Good pass down low. Oh, and unable to finish at the end was Hawkinson off the feed from Burns. Maple Grove right back, and a foul on the attack to the basket by Keyser. And she'll go to the line for two.
She did an excellent job of attacking that, seeing the big come up and go under and try to go the other way with it, and drew the foul. Excellent job.
That foul also on Kurth, so she picks up the first 2 fouls of the night for her team. And she'll come out here, and Kelsenberg back in. Second one is good. 16-12, Maple Grove. Now, Wayzata in a little bit of a rut offensively, Patty, the last several possessions. Not getting much here.
The defensive stepped up a little bit. I'm looking to see Wayzata get back the ball back inside to their bigs and let them try and control from there.
Feeding it inside. Kelsenberg fights for it. Missed on the shot and couldn't keep it in bounds. Good entry pass from Day, and Kelsenberg well defended, but just couldn't get that shot to go in.
Exactly, and she's done a great job when it's come in there, earlier in the game so far, using the backboard, getting good positioning, using herself to get up.
Odie into the lane. Oh, great pass off for Stern up, and she'll shoot 2 more.
Odie just sees her teammates. She sees them well, and she's always looking, and if it's not there for her, she's finding somebody else for the shot.
Was that a foul on Burns, her first? Stern now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Amelot returns to the lineup for Wayzata. Second one not good. Offensive position, though, inside. And we're going to jump ball. It'll be Wayzata's basketball. But a good move for Maple Grove by Lexi Hanna to get a piece of that ball. And
you know, we've only seen the shot clock, kind of a couple on the inbounds plays where it might have been an issue. But right now it hasn't been.
Not a factor at all. Nearing the midway point of the first half. Hawkinson to the corner, 3 ball off the mark from Hyde. Had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Addie Hanna. Odie front court, Stern trying to go baseline on Kelsenberg. Skips the pass across. Shot from Hanna is up and good. That is, or excuse me, Cassette up for her three-pointer, her second 3. And now an 8-point Maple Grove lead. Great pass by Stern. Cassette, good job to corral it, sets her feet, buries it.
You know, and Cassette's coming back this year off of an ACL injury, so that's nice to see. I'm sure she's feeling good about that, finally getting out there again, too.
Holmquist and Bella Hanna back into the lineup for Maple Grove. It's an 18-3 scoring run here for Maple Grove. Out of bounds, another Wayzata turnover.
You see a little bit of pressure up here by Wayzata.
Cassette on the inbound to Odie. See how Maple Grove handles the pressure here. You work on it in practice, but now it's time to execute it in the game. Cassette to the corner. Drive by Bella Hanna, turnover. And we get a foul from behind on Wayzata. Excuse me, on Maple Grove. Wayzata will get possession.
I think that's her second, isn't it?
It is, yes, the second on Bella Hanna. So she will come out. And our first look now at Kendra Overski, 6-foot junior, number 33. Steal by Odie. Took it away from Hawkinson. Goes to the basket, missed the shot. Stern follows up and scores. And Stern with 8 points already. It's a 10-point Maple Grove lead.
Ooh, thought about it. He thought about it.
Almost a steal there. Drive. Shot missed. Too strong from Amelot. 3 ball up. Missed here. And we're going to get a timeout for Wayzata. Julie Stewart not liking the way this game is going, despite the missed by Holmquist on that 3. Her team gets a rebound. Like, let's settle things down here.
Yeah, I think she wants to talk about regrouping them back up and picking up their defense, knowing that Maple Grove's going to want to start and take off. So we got to come back and get some stops here. And then adjusting on our offense. I mean, they had some great things going in the beginning, and I think she's want to get back to that. Get the ball inside and get it up off the board.
It's always fun for a coach, right? The first games, you look at this matchup last year, as I mentioned, these teams have played for a number of years in the first game of the season, and Jordan Odie going off for 30 points, Hawkinson 12, balanced scoring attack, and Wayzata ended up winning that game by 4.
It was. They play the good close games, and what a game to see to start your season. You know, a lot of teams won't always go that tough right away, and it's a good check. It's a good measuring point and tool. Where do we want to go, and what do we got to work on? And wonderful test for both teams.
But as I was starting to say, it's fun when you actually see what you've been working on in practice. Yes, you've had scrimmages, but it's a little bit different. Now it's game action. You got fans in the stands, and you have players who are playing varsity for the first time tonight, and it's a whole new ball game. No pun intended.
You know, like you said, some kids are on the court for the first time in varsity, and that's a big thing, and there's some different jitters with that, but it's just like you said, it's so different than when you've scrimmaged other teams and even at practice.
Pressure out of the timeout for Maple Grove here. See how Wayzata handles it, and they break the pressure. And we get a foul right after the ball crossed the inbound into the hands of Johnson. It'll be Overski with the foul. Her first, team's 5th foul. Wayzata with 3 team fouls so far. Down near the basket. Amelot couldn't finish. Stern fighting for the rebound. Jump ball, Maple Grove possession as Stern and Burns tied up.
We've had a few of those this game, and that's the aggressive. They're going at it. They're going to get the ball. They're going to fight for it.
Cassell loses the handle. That brings more pressure in the backcourt. Able to release the pass to Odie, and a good steal by Kelsenberg. It's a 3-0, and a finish at the rim by Hyde. Turnover turns into points for Maple Grove. This time they break the pressure. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Wayzata off of Amelot, who thought it went off Stern. Look at it again. There's last play. Kelsenberg with the steal. And Hyde with the finish. Odie. Good ball movement. Stern goes baseline to the rim. Too strong. Amelot rebounds. Spins. Drops the pass off. Kelsenberg up and in. She got 3 first half baskets. 10-point lead is down to 6. A steal by Kelsenberg. Goes back out with the pass. And there's a player in the lane. I didn't see what the call was here. No foul called.
I think they were calling 3 seconds on Kelsenberg.
So the lane
that's what
violation.
he said. Yeah. She did a great job, though. You could see her eyes from my position right here, and she was came back on defense. She anticipated and stepped in and stole that ball.
Odie draws a double team and draws a little too aggressive a defense and picks up a foul. Fouls on Burns. That's her second. So Burns and Kurth have picked up between them all 4 fouls for Wayzata. See if they get someone off the bench to get in for Burns. Ball poked away, but not stolen. Cassette, 3-ball. Holmquist, not good. Rebound by Hyde, and gave it right away. A lot of traffic or a lot of contact inside off the shot. No foul call. Maple Grove keeps possession. Odie, long 3-ball, short, and rebounded by Amelot. Amelot turns, a nice move to spin inside a Cassette and score it. 6 points now for Amelot. 6 in a row here for Wayzata. 5.5 minutes to go, first half, 4-point Maple Grove lead. Odie will put it on the floor. Goes to the basket and scores. 6 points for the Michigan State junior.
That just kind of helps her relax a bit. She's not that she isn't a relaxed player, but she knows what she's doing, where she's going. You don't have to worry about it. Just play high school ball now. Keep working on your skills.
Excuse me, Patty. The good pass from Kelsenberg into Amelot, who drew the foul and will go to the line for 2. The foul's on Ava Cassette, her second. First free throw missed by Amelot. Substitutions on both sides. Second one also not good and rebounded by Odie. The Trojans unable to cash in on that foul. And a steal by Keyser, stealing the pass from Addie Hanna. Keyser taking it to the basket, missed the shot. Odie rebounds. Odie now pushing the pace. Stern open 3. That's not good. Foul up. Oh, and unable to finish at the rim was Maple Grove, and then still stay a 6-point game, and it's off of Stern, I believe, and out of bounds. .4:30 to play in the half. Through the legs of Kelsenberg, it's steal for Maple Grove now. Holmquist will back it out. To Odie, 25 seconds on the shot clock. Like Patty mentioned, it really hasn't been a factor at all in this first half.
Both teams have pushed the ball up quite often, and we've had very few where the clock's been down and then an inbounds play.
Holmquist, baseline, ball stolen by Amelot. Now it's Kelsenberg getting it back to Amelot. Front court for the Trojans. Amelot spins, tough shot, in and out. Pretty good look, but didn't finish. Off of Wayzata. Maple Grove basketball. I like the pace of game. There have been some possessions, so it feels like it's just a little rushed, right?
Yes, yes. You know, and then we came back down, and I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was Holmquist came down, and she had 2 people on her, but then realized that and had the control and to discipline to come back out and set it up and get it to somebody else instead of trying to take on 2 defenders.
Pressure by Wayzata. And they get the ball into the front court, into the hands of Lexi Hanna. 3 is good for Kate Holmquist. Talented sophomore with her first points of the season. 9-point lead, biggest lead for Maple Grove has been 10. Spinning, Hyde, shot not good. Odie might have altered that. Holmquist into the front court with the pass to Lexi Hanna. Odie will put it on the floor. Holmquist, little runner up, not good. And the rebound to Hawkinson. With 3 minutes to go in the opening half. Hawkinson attacks, too strong off the glass. Rebound, Holmquist, too far for Odie.
Good idea, but just a little too far out of her reach.
Look at that last 3. It was dropped in by Holmquist. A couple of sophomores that are being pretty highly recruited. Amelot for Wayzata, Patty, and Holmquist for Maple Grove.
Yeah, that's what's fun. There's a lot of people looking at our kids here in Minnesota, and a lot of kids with a lot of talent.
Shot clock under 20, 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Kelsenberg, nice little up and under move. She's got a strong first half.
She has made some really nice moves and just the control inside the paint of how she performs.
8 points for her. Holmquist. Out Stern from the free throw line with the basket. Took the pass from Lexi Hanna and dropped it in. Stern leading all scorers with 10 points. Under 2 to go, a 9-point Crimson lead. Kelsenberg. Oh, and a defensive play, and on the baseline, though, is Maple Grove. And so it stays with Wayzata.
I like the patience that Kelsenberg had with that, just kind of getting the defenders to work on her and then just trying to drop the pass to her teammate.
Johnson to inbound. And out high to Hawkinson. Hawkinson, a handoff to Day. And Day up and not good. Follow up by Johnson. That won't go. Holmquist rebounds. Lexi Hanna thought about the 3. Now gets it to Holmquist. She does not hesitate. Shot won't go. Ball on the floor. Lexi Hanna off to Stern. Back to Lexi Hanna. This time we'll put it up. Not good. Hawkinson rebounds. Hawkinson spins, turns, not good with the shot. Thought she might have been fouled. Odie rebounds. into the front court. Lost the handle on the ball. She dribbled behind her, out of bounds, off Maple Grove.
Yeah, and I think that they had the numbers that time going down too, and I thought that she thought that would be her opportunity. It just lost control of the ball. But you got to give Wayzata a lot of credit too. They're all hustling back to pick up on D.
Down to 50 seconds to play in the half. Wayzata will go in trailing after leading by 7 very early. Kelsenberg on a great feed from out high by Amelot. And she's in the double-figure scoring now. The junior with 10 points. Stern for 3, way long. Holmquist saves it, but couldn't save it in bounds. Or no, they're going to say it off the Wayzata player. I don't know if Johnson had a foot out of bounds or what, but they're going to give it to Maple Grove.
Fans are calling for the replay.
Right. Inbound to Stern by Amelot. Plays tough defense and gets the steal. All the way to the basket and scores. 29-24, 15 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Odie draws second defender as Amelot comes over and commits the foul. No harm on for Wayzata. That's Amelot's first and only the 5th team foul. So you do have one more to give if you choose that, if you don't want to give Maple Grove a good look here with 4.5 seconds to go. Let's see how they play it. Inbound will come from Lexi Hanna. Odie will pop out for the ball. Gonna have to hurry, puts the shot up at the buzzer and comes up short. And we go to halftime. Well, strong start for Wayzata out to a 9-2 lead, but then Maple Grove goes on a big scoring run, and they'll take a 5-point lead into halftime. They had led by as many as 10.
Yeah, I think they started really pushing that tempo, and Wayzata stayed with it, but you could see a few players looked like they were getting worn down a little bit, but that tempo was to their advantage for Maple Grove. You know, I keep looking at Kelsenberg. It's like, boy, they got to be happy that she's coming back and, you know, playing for them, because what she's doing on the floor tonight is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with some first half highlights and more. You're watching coverage of high school girls basketball. Halftime at Wayzata. It's Maple Grove 29, Wayzata 24. Maple Grove leading Wayzata. Season opener for girls basketball, 29-24. Crimson at the half. John Jacobson with Patty Sorensen tonight at Wayzata High School. So we get highlights from the first 18 minutes of play. You know, good start for Wayzata, Patty, in this first half. Early steal. The turnover, Kate Amelot able to turn that into an easy 2 points. And then Katie Kelsenberg kicks it out. Sarah Hyde knocks down a 3. It was 9-2 Wayzata. But then Maple Grove would chip away. Shot gets blocked here, but a great pass out to the corner to Stern off the pass from Cassette. Knocks it down for a 3. And Cassette with the 3-pointer. Kelsenberg in the basket. Scores 2 of her 10 points. Another 3-ball for Cassette. They've made 5 3-pointers in the first half to just 1 for Wayzata so far. Holmquist with one of her 2 threes. And a steal here for Odie. She'll miss the shot against Hawkinson, but Claire Stern, the trailer, able to follow up and get the basket. And good defense here for Wayzata. Kelsenberg using that size, able to turn it into 2 for Hyde. And then Holmquist with the final three-pointer for Maple Grove in the half. Knocks down her three-pointer, and it's a 5-point lead. So Stern with 10 points. Cassette 6, Odie with 6 for Maple Grove. And on the Wayzata side, Kelsenberg with 10, Amelot 8, Hyde with 5. Sophie Hawkinson, their top returning scorer from last year, scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's looking to get going in the second half, and they're looking for that from her too, to see what she can bring out. But what they're doing with Kelsenberg right now, I mean, she's doing a great job, and so are the other players, as far as especially when they can get the ball inside. They've been able to control and get some good shots and a lot of their points down there.
We'll send it back to break. We'll come back. Second half of basketball coming your way next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
29-24, Crimson lead the Trojans. Getting set for the start of the second half. Patty, what's one thing you want to see each team do better or do more of in the second half?
If I'm Mark Cook, I really want to see the passing. I mean, I know they're pushing, but there's a lot of times there's some turnovers came that I don't think he likes. If I am on the inside with Coach Stewart, I really want to get back to my inside game. I want to move the ball, because if the inside's not there and they kick it out, I still have outside shooters. But they were getting their points by getting inside to their bigs.
And they have the size advantage for the most part against Maple Grove. We talked about in the pregame about how these teams are different from last year and lost some good players. Like my top scorer last year for Wayzata, Shannon Fornshell. She's down at Drake now. Ivor Krasinski's up at North Dakota State. Bryn Sendon's gotten some minutes at Minnesota. Maple Grove. Audrey Corman out at New Jersey Institute of Technology and getting a lot of minutes out there. And Kennedy Click was playing really well in the offseason, had a season-ending injury in the offseason. Saw her briefly in the gym here tonight, come to watch the Crimson, but we wish her speedy recovery and back hopefully at full strength for what will be a redshirt freshman year next year.
Right. It'll be a lot of fun to see her get back on the court and get into the mix of things with the Gophers.
Underway here in the second half. Claire Stern couldn't finish. Tough shot underneath from Cassette. That didn't go either. And Hawkinson, great lead pass, and unable to finish at the basket was Kurth. Here's Holmquist. Bounce pass, baseline drive. Lexi Hanna kicks it out. Odie for three, not good. Rebound by Cassette underneath. Couldn't scoop that off the glass. Good offensive board, but Cassette couldn't finish either. Kurth pass through Pings. The tie-up would be Wayzata basketball.
Well, both teams are coming out with tempo again, and obviously it hasn't been able to finish right away, but they're both pushing the ball up the floor. You're seeing Wayzata try to get the ball to their lead people, get some quick layups, and get them into their bigs, and tempo is still up there with both teams.
And Kelsenberg this time couldn't get that shot to go. She's been pretty good on her field goals tonight. There's one of the passes he talked about, Patty. Odie had a player open and just too far and out of bounds, and one of those kind of unforced turnovers, right?
Right, and I think that's what's happening with them. They're pushing the tempo and they're in there, but like you said, sometimes those passes have been a little too far for their teammate to reach.
Hawkinson hands it off to Amelot. Hyde to Kurth, and Stern with that size. He'll jump up and steal the pass. Cassette looks at the basket. Three-pointer, not good. Rebound underneath, kicked back out. Hannah takes it into the paint. Oh, good dish off for Stern for two.
That was really nice because I thought she had a shot out there wide open, but she saw something different, drove in, drew the defense, and got it off to her teammate cutting onto the baseline.
Bella Hannah with the assist. Stern now with 12 points. That's our first basket of the second half. That three comes up short. Kelsenberg saves it. Hamelot looks like she slid across the floor. Now we got a timeout.
You know, I've been impressed with the number of rebounds that Maple Grove is pulling down and how they are attacking the rim there with the difference in the height advantage. They've been able to get down some offensive boards, and they've been doing a pretty good job on the defensive side.
Preseason top 10 in Class 4A. Minnetonka's really got a good club. They had some young players last year that matured. They've got almost everybody back. Hopkins comes in. They've already played 2 games. They played over the weekend, 1-1, losing to an outstanding team from Iowa. And Lakeville North, STMA, they started with a couple of wins, defending state champions, beat Hopkins in the championship game last year. Then you see Wayzata, Maple Grove, Eden Prairie, Prior Lake, Andover, and Rosemount rounding out the top 10.
It's going to be fun to watch and see how the season progresses with everyone.
Now Wayzata looking for its first points here of the second half after 2 scoreless minutes so far. Hamelot in her hands. Yeah, might have another 3-second on Kelsenberg. Got whistled for that once in the first half.
They actually called her for a wrap. They said she wrapped around. They called an offensive foul on her.
You're right. So not 3-second, instead Kelsenberg's first foul. That's the first foul in the second half for either team. Stern and a steal for Wayzata. Great play by Burns and knocked away out of bounds. Cassette getting back into the play defensively.
That was good hustle and good focus just to even get the ball to knock it out of her hands and not get a foul. I think she was a little disappointed, thought the ball went off the other team. And
Hawkinson and Hamelot scores. There's Wayzata points in the second half, each team with a bucket. Lexi Hannah threads the pass to Stern, draws the double team, goes back out with the pass. Cassette for 3.
That net didn't even move when that one went through.
3 threes now for the senior. Shot up here, we get a foul. Crashing to the floor there was Hawkinson. Get the 3 ball by Ava Cassette.
Okay, I guess it moved a little bit. Didn't look like it, but it did move a little bit. That was just a pretty shot. Yeah.
Foul on Holmquist is her first. It sends Hawkinson to the line.
She's struggling tonight, but she's just good. She'll get it. She's a shooter. She'll come back.
Wayzata so far 105 from the free throw line. Maple Grove 4 of 6. Second one's good. That's her first point tonight. 7-point Maple Grove lead. Their biggest lead was 10. Odie really tightly defended there. Ball on the floor. Oh, there's a lot of contact for no whistles here. Cassette finally is going to get a foul, I think, on Hawkinson. They're letting them play.
They are. They are. I mean, the bodies were all over. And
fouls on Keyser, her first. Second team foul on Wayzata in the half. Cassette into Odie. Odie, a little separation, missed the shot, and a loose ball, and then a steal by Cassette. Couldn't put it back up and in, out of bounds. Last touch by Wayzata.
She likes that up and under. She likes to come and do that reverse.
Look at it again.
Then she gets it back.
Outside shot didn't go. Rebound Wayzata. Amelot on the wing. Too strong. Good rebound, and then a steal by Wayzata. Comes Odie. Cassette. He'll launch a three and knocks down another one. That is 4 threes for Ava Cassette. What a weapon to have back after missing last season. 37-27. Maple Grove. Wayzata struggled for times tonight just to get into their offense. Oh, the wide open lane to the basket. They'll take that. Hawkinson, and doesn't come much easier. A layup right to the basket. Odie off to Lexi Hanna. This three. It comes up short. Rebound by Amelot. Oh, good, tough defense by Cassette. Put the ball off of Amelot and gets the ball back for her team.
She's making up for last time, Cassette is.
doubt.
She's, you know, I sat out, watched a lot with that injury. Nice to be back and strong, especially for her senior season.
Well, they can confer on that possession if it was last touched by Wayzata. I don't think they're going to change it here at this point. So, not sure what that discussion was about. We'll get the inbound from Cassette to Odie. Oh, wait a minute. Shot clock question.
That one
Three
got
for
touched.
Cassette. They got a piece of that one. It comes up short. Here's Hawkinson. Hawkinson to the basket. Oh, reverse. Oh, couldn't get it to go, and then he'll get a foul. Whistled against Hannah. A good offensive rebound underneath, and 2 shots coming for Allie Burns. First foul on Lexi Hannah tonight. And Burns missed on the first free throw. Holmquist in for Odie. Hyde in for Wayzata.
Holmquist is another player that's drawing attention from many schools, too. Schools are starting to show a lot of, and she's a sophomore, so that's nice that there's a lot of interest.
And the 2 missed free throws. Possession back. Holmquist. Tough shot on the baseline. Gets it to drop. Second basket for her. Maple Grove's equal his biggest lead of the night. 10 points and trying to play defense on Kelsenberg with Lexi Hannah, but comes around and to reach and gets whistled for her second foul.
It's tough when you have that mismatch, but she's playing tough on it, but she just came around and got a bit of her as the ball was being fed into her.
Martin Day for Wayzata, and Odie after a brief rest back in for Maple Grove. Drive to the basket and all the way for 2 by Sarah Hyde. First points in the second half, 7 points for her on the night. Good look on the 3 for Odie off the pass from Addie Hannah, out of bounds. The last touch by Kelsenberg. And Maple Grove will keep it with 22 left on the shot clock.
Jordan's getting a lot of good looks. It just is not dropping for her.
Bella Hannah back in for Claire Stern. Shot from the corner, not good. By Holmquist, rebounded by Day. On the wing, dribbling in Burns. The runner in the lane won't go. Rebounded by Addie Hannah.
And they have had success the last couple times down by attacking the basket.
Now Bella Hannah turn, couple moves, and kicks it out to the corner, and a three for Addie Hanna. She's got a three in each half. And now it's the biggest lead of the night for Maple Grove at 11 points with 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half. An offensive foul going to be whistled on Wayzata.
Yeah, it's a moving screen he called.
There's the three, and then
it's just kind of
right there.
Yeah.
And a chance for Maple Grove to really open it up here. Holmquist.
They're double teaming on the ball right now at top, and then she's just a little too closely guarded and got her hands on her. And really, Wayzata's trying to pressure the ball handlers a little more in the half-court set right now.
Fouls on Day, her first. Fourth team foul on Wayzata. That's another thing to watch for from them, too. It's trying to come back in the deficit. They may end up putting Maple Grove in the bonus.
True.
Missed three. Wayzata trying to turn it opportunity into points on this possession. Hawkinson will hand it off to Emelot. Emelot got it deflected, but it came right to Burns, who puts it in for two. First basket tonight for Burns at a free throw in the first half. Odie's three, not good. Ball tipped out. Odie will chase it down.
I thought that shot clock should have reached.
Traveling, whistled on Odie. You know, Maple Grove with this 9-point lead, but not a lot of Jordan Odie, which I think that's frustrating for her, I'm sure, but a good sign for the Crimson. You're not relying on her like they did in this game last year when she scored 30.
Exactly.
You got so many other players that are contributing, and she's off a little bit tonight. That's okay.
Well, and she's getting a lot of assists tonight too. But you're right. When your main player isn't scoring, but everybody else is picking up, and you're still leading like this, that makes you feel pretty good.
Right. Average 18 points a game. It's 6 points tonight, all in the first half. Jump ball. Possession to Maple Grove. Claire Stern back in, replacing Bella Hanna for Maple Grove.
And Jordan last year set that school record. She scored 533 points last year, just in the 1 year.
Odie off the corner. Cassette trying to get past Emelot. Holmquist, good ball movement here. Stern will put it on the floor, go to the basket, not good. Foul up, that won't go. And the rebound to Burns. Good looks at the basket for Maple Grove, but nothing fell. Hawkinson, a long three, not good. Ball tipped out, comes to Addie Hanna. To Odie. Cassette goes baseline, off to the corner. Holmquist for three.
That's one thing Maple Grove has done a good job of too, is just the extra pass. You know, because there's many times I thought, okay, that person's open, and extra pass and their teammate got it. They're very good at sharing the ball, and so is Wayzata. They're moving the ball with many players.
Now a 12-point Maple Grove lead. We're under 10 to go. Ball tipped out of bounds by Stern. To that last basket. Holmquist didn't have a lot of time to set herself. It didn't need much.
Well, you know what? I wasn't sure if she was going to take it, because other times I've seen her with more time, and she kicks it out, and that time, she just felt it.
Off the inbound, the corner three from Emelot, not good. Rebound by Cassette. Here's Stern ahead. Holmquist, another three, in and out. Rebounded by Hawkinson. Hawkinson, the trailer here. Three is not good. Good hustle to chase down that ball by Sam Johnson. And then she's fouled.
I think what happened is they watched a little bit on that, and then she went after it just too late as he was coming through and drew that foul.
Fouls on Eva Cassette, her third, so she'll get a rest here. And Addie Hanna in. She's the only player in the game, though, with 3 fouls so far. Well, tipped on the missed shot. It's going to be off of Day or Stern? Off of Day. (45-33), Maple Grove leads. We're past the halfway point of the second half now. First game of the season for both teams. Odie holding. Amelot defending her well. Now Day pops out on her. Odie to Stern. She'll get an open look at a 3. Not good. Loose ball. Tracked down by Maple Grove. Loose again and stolen back by Johnson. Oh, Amelot. Nice move and another one. Oh, and couldn't finish. Kelsenberg underneath gets the rebound and will go to the line for 2.
That was just nice effort and work by Johnson. It just didn't go for. I mean, was that Kate I meant? Sorry. Excuse me. Kate Amelot.
Fouls on Addie Hanna, her first. Kelsenberg, who followed up with a loose ball, gets to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Couldn't hit on the first one. One more try. Second one. Boy, not been a good night for Wayzata from the free throw line. 2 of 10 right now. They trail by 12. 8 minutes to play. Odie. Good pass, good second pass, and a 3 buried by Addie Hanna. And sister Lexi with the assist. And a timeout for Wayzata.
Excuse me, sorry about that. That was just patience, not forcing anything, and by not forcing, they're getting that extra pass, they're getting a better open shot, and they're being successful that way.
10 3-pointers in the game now for Maple Grove. They got their biggest lead of the night, 15 points. Addie Hanna with a couple of them here in the second half. Cassette's had 4 in the game. Holmquist has had a couple.
Coach has to feel good. I mean, he's seeing a lot of scoring from a lot of multiple people, and like you said earlier, Odie, she's not getting the points tonight. She's doing a lot of other work that's creating points for her teammates, so that's a success there. But wow, to be where they are right now without her scoring a whole lot, the whole team's got to feel good about that.
Maple Grove will have their first conference game of the season Thursday. They get a day of practice tomorrow, and then they'll play at Champlin Park on Thursday. Then they'll play in the first game of the Breakdown Sports Tip-Off Classic Friday at Hopkins at the Royals Athletic Center against Eastview. It's a 5:30 game. Wayzata plays 2 games in the Tip-Off Classic. Lakeville South, 7 o'clock on Friday, and then Rosemount at 3:45 Saturday afternoon.
Both teams are coming out with a good set of games right away, and what I consider week 1, really. I mean, some played a little bit last week, but I always like to be able to get in 2 good weeks of practice, especially when you got Thanksgiving as part of it.
Well, Wayzata's got some work to do and turn it over on the first possession out of the timeout. Stern, short jumper up and in for 2. That was a good find up court to find Clara Stern. And now 4 players with multiple baskets here in the second half for Maple Grove as they continue to spread the ball around.
I liked how Addie was looking up to get the ball down there and just saw her teammate wide open.
Hawkinson, top of the key. Kelsenberg in and around, good. First basket in the second half after she had 10 points in the first half.
You know, and that's what I would be looking for them to do a little more. Try to isolate her more, because she makes a great move to the basket and finishing off the glass. She's been successful that way.
A runner up and in. There's Odie's first basket here in the second half. Hadn't scored in a long time. 8 here, and then Kelsenberg not looking for the ball on the long pass. It's out of bounds. And Maple Grove basketball. Maple Grove in pretty good position out of here, up 17 with under 7 minutes to play. Odie across to Addie Hanna. Skip pass by Bella Hanna. Stern in some trouble. Cassette picks up the loose ball, missed on the 3, and Kelsenberg rebounds. Turning is Burns, gets it back. Finished by Kelsenberg, unable to get it to go. Stern, quick outlet to Cassette. Right wing, driving, pass out, extra pass.
Oh, my goodness.
And Stern with the 3.
Coach Cook, he's got to like what he's seeing.
Maple Grove takes the timeout. That was a great possession. That extra pass results in the basket. Stern now with 17 points. Ava Cassette a dozen, the top scorers for Maple Grove. Kelsenberg with 12, Amelot 10. 2 players in double figures for Wayzata. There we go, Patty. After the game, we can do a little bit of that.
A little slide down the bleachers, creative. I think, Coach Stewart's right now just trying to get her players just to, just relax a little bit. We've got some good looks. We've got the ball that we've been able to go inside. Let's get back to that, do a little more, but let's take care of the ball and get ourselves in and out. I mean, they're playing hard, but they need more of their inside-outside game right now.
And some stops on the other end, conversely, too.
I mean, they're playing tenacious defense, Maple Grove is. I mean, they're all over the place, and then they're coming down here, too. And like you said, we've said all night, taking that extra pass, moving the ball. Unselfish play.
Second thought, I decided not to do that after the game.
Yeah, my back might be sore afterwards.
20-point game with 6 minutes to play in the second half. Not what we expected coming into tonight. Hawkinson to Amelot, out of the timeout into the hands of Riley Kurth. Hand off to Hawkinson. Picks up the dribble, back out, 3 ball for Sam Johnson, not good. Claire Stern with the rebound. Stern. Back out to Odie. Amelot almost had the steal. Stern, and able to drive and pick up a foul.
I think sometimes, too, as you're coming into the start of your season, it's like we said, first game's always a great test, but you also got to see, okay, how are we going to deal with the replacing the players and how we used to play with the people that have gone on and graduate. And they got a lot of talent here on both sides. It sometimes takes a little longer to get that chemistry going.
One out of 2 for Stern from the free throw line, but now a 21-point lead. Again, the biggest of the night for Maple Grove. Hawkinson. And Maple Grove really extending that defense out on her too. Cassette played really well. Amelot underneath. And contact there. Shot missed and up and in on that try. And the basket for Burns. It's her second here in the second half. 19-point game, but under 5 to go. Time running out on Wayzata. Open 3 is good. Odie rattles it in on the pass from Holmquist.
She probably said in her head, finally.
Gets into double figures now with 11 points. Lob in, a good play by Stern. Knocked that ball away from Kurth. The defense causing that turnover. Cassette drives it to the hole. She'll go to the line for 2.
Well, and it's playing into just like Coach Cook wanted to do. I mean, they want to run, you know, and they shoot from outside, and then they will attack the rim too, and it's kind of playing to hit the tempo that he wanted to play.
First free throw for Hawkinson, up and in. Or excuse me, for Cassette, up and in. Last foul on Hawkinson. Second one not good. And the rebound to Wayzata. Long pass ahead. Hyde back to Amelot. Looking in on the block to Kurth, goes to Kelsenberg instead. Kelsenberg into the paint, back out. Hyde into the hands of Amelot. Bounce pass, Kelsenberg to the basket, up and in and a one. Foul on Overski.
It's fun to see her take the ball like that. I mean, she'll post up and she works really hard inside down low when she's in there, but to take the ball and attack the rim and finish, that was fun to watch.
Junior's been the leading scorer for Wayzata tonight. Free throw off the mark. And out of bounds off of Maple Grove, off of Cassette.
Coach Cook's going, wasn't she kind of
It
pushed?
looks like she was knocked over,
Yeah.
but
The referee just kind of went, huh?
I didn't see it. And Wayzata trying to cash in here. Amelot, thought she was going to shoot, goes back out instead. Now gets it back into her hands. Puts a shot up and gets fouled by Holmquist.
Seeing that they're drawing fouls now, they're attacking the lane a little more, and a few times it's paid off on the screens their teammates have given. They've had an open shot and attacking. Now they're getting to the free throw line.
Amelot's first one, up and in. Day back in. And she'll replace Allie Burns. Second one good. There's just not enough time left on the clock. I mean, it's 3:45 left.
Yeah, it's.
Trouble in the backcourt. Amelot gets the steal, goes up and not good. Foul up, lost the ball into the hands of Day.
Yep.
And a whistle on the foul on Cassette on the wing, and Amelot will go back to the line because Wayzata is in the bonus. Foul on Cassette is her fourth. Addie Hannah back in, replacing Cassette.
You could just see Cassette knew when that happened. It was like, no.
This one up and in. So after starting 2 of 11 from the line, Wayzata, all from Kate Amelot, have made the last 3. (60-43), 3.5 minutes to play. Odie, Addie Hannah, good pass to Stern, ball knocked away into the front court. Here's Holmquist, 2-on-1 with Odie, who finishes.
That was a nice finish with what it looked like because Wayzata's press was causing the troubles they wanted to have it cause.
Addie Hannah getting a hand in front of Hyde there. Jump ball will give it to Wayzata here.
Ooh, that was almost a double dribble there.
Right. 3 minutes to go in the second half. Amelot, tough shot, up and in. She scored her team's last 6 points. Inbound to Holmquist. Back to Addie Hannah, to Odie. Ball deflected by Kelsenberg. Loose ball, tie up, and it'll be Maple Grove basketball.
This press is causing Maple Grove
Yes,
a few
it is.
issues. And
Yeah.
Wayzata's doing a good job with it. They're letting that first, but as soon as that second pass goes, they're trapping on that ball right away.
Well, you have to have something to work on at practice tomorrow, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
As well as most other things have gone well tonight for Maple Grove. Shot clock down under 15.
I think it's the first time we've been there, haven't we?
It seems like it. Odie. Under 3. They're going to have to put up a one in a hurry. Addie Hannah missed on the 3. First time we actually heard the buzzer go off tonight. Amelot can't finish. Second. Try is up and in. Amelot heating up here. 10 second half points, 18 in all. 15-point game, but just 2 minutes to go. Timeout for Maple Grove.
Jordan called the timeout. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Jordan called the timeout at the same time as Coach Cook. He turned to see what the whistle was, and he realized his player had already called it.
Upcoming on CCX, 2 more girls basketball games this week, both non-conference. Wilmington Kennedy at Armstrong on Thursday. Maranatha Christian Academy will go to Hooper for a Friday night game. And then a really good one to start our boys basketball coverage. Actually 2 next week. The Tina Grace against Hopkins and Champlin Park against last year's Class 4A runner-up Park Center. Those all coming up in the next 2 weeks here on CCX.
That's good basketball coming up to watch, that's for sure.
I was starting to say, I still don't use enough time here for Wayzata, but it certainly made it interesting here in the last minute and a half or so, getting some baskets and drawing fouls.
Well, and I think just the confidence that their press has been, it has caused some issues. It's caused some frustration, some turnovers of them, so there's some positives right there in looking at that, too. I think when they pressed also in the first half for a while, it was a little more successful, and then they pulled it back.
Here's your time remaining, 1:59 with a 15-point Maple Grove lead. They have possession. Both teams in the bonus. Inbound to Stern, draws a double team. Holmquist finds Odie. No reason to rush it here. They'll just hold the ball for the possession here. Run some clock.
I think this is where you're going to see Maple Grove take advantage of the shot clock a little bit.
Odie hands it off to Stern, to Holmquist. Spins back out, Stern. Baseline, shot gets blocked, follows it up and in. At her first attempt blocked by Kelsenberg, but Stern getting it back and muscles it in for 2. And now 20 points for Claire Stern tonight, with 1:20 to go. Day working on the taller Stern, turns, shot not good, and rebounded by Maple Grove. Holmquist ahead. Lexi Hanna back out, or excuse me, Bella Hanna. Now it's to Odie. And Odie gets fouled there by Keyser. And Odie will go to the line for a 1-and-1. The first time at the free throw line tonight. Does not get a second one.
Maple Grove rebounds it.
Addie Hanna chases it down in the corner, gets possession. Maple Grove takes timeout.
This will be interesting for, as far as for Maple Grove, it's like, okay, and when we talk about working with the shot clock, he said, okay, we got an inbounds play here. We got 19 seconds. Let's see what we do and what he runs.
Again, each of these teams will play in the Tip-Off Classic this weekend. A lot of good basketball at Hopkins Friday and Saturday. Maple Grove will play just once. Wayzata plays both Friday and Saturday at that tourney. And it won't get easier, right? I mean,
no,
you have some rough spots to patch up here if you're Wayzata going into the weekend, but you don't catch a break on who you're playing for opponents.
Exactly. And, it's good competition. That breakdown, it brings out a lot of tough competition, some great matchups, and, early on, see what do we got to work on? What are we doing well? What do we need to do better?
1 minute to play. Odie will hand off to Addie Hanna, to Holmquist. And I'll get a push and a foul whistle on Day.
And Shot clock was down to 9 seconds.
Holmquist to the line for a 1-and-1. Her first free throw try tonight. Earns the bonus. Got it. You got 10 points tonight. 50 seconds to play as Hawkinson dribbles it into the front court. Pass stolen by Stern. Ahead to Cassette, back to Stern, to Odie, and she's fouled by Amelot.
Quick first step, kind of. And it's like right now, you kind of go, all right, we want to keep playing tough, but we don't want to keep putting them at the line, too.
And Odie will get the second one. 14 now for Odie. Second one also good. It's what I would call a quiet 15 points, right?
When you know who we're talking about, yeah, exactly.
68-47, 30 seconds to go.
That's one of the nice things I like about her is just her presence on the court in the very different roles. Not getting too worked up. I'm not scoring. Okay, I'm going to get the ball to my teammates. I'm going to play the defense, and it's just fun to watch.
Tie up. It'll be Wayzata basketball still. Sam Johnson back in for Wayzata. Pass in. Hawkinson. Tough defense by Addie Hanna. And a steal back by Wayzata. Hawkinson's shot not good. Ball stolen back by Kelsenberg. That won't go. Another loose ball. Chased down by Burns. Open three ball is good for Johnson. And that will do it for the game. Great team effort by Maple Grove. They had so many girls that contributed tonight to this very nice season opening win, 68-50.
Oh, yeah. Coach Cook has to feel really good about that. I mean, like we talked earlier, so many people involved, all working together, playing hard, tough defense. If my shot's not on, I'm finding somebody else, and I'm rebounding. It's just total team effort with them.
And for Wayzata, it's one game.
It is.
It wasn't a great game for your team, but it's game one of the season. Like, all right, well, we'll improve, and they will.
Right, and there's definitely good things to take out of this with them. And there's, obviously both teams have things they want to work on. But I mean, you look at what their posts were able to do when they could get the ball in. You look at the success they started to have with their press, and talented team on both sides, both very talented teams.
4 players score in double figures for Maple Grove, 2 for Wayzata. That's the Crimson pulling away in the second half and getting the win. That will do it for our production tonight. Thanks so much for joining us for our season opener of girls basketball on CCX, and for Patty Sorensen, all of our crew here. I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching. It's the Crimson winning over the Trojans 68-50, the final.